Hey there, berries, welcome to 10.15 on EUW. It is patch day here as I'm recording. And we're going to be playing Swain. He got changed a lot on this patch. So some of the changes that got taken place that are in place at the moment are -10 movement speed. On his passive, the cooldown got changed from 12.96 to a flat 10%, but it now scales with cooldown reduction. His passive no longer gives him mana. His Q cooldown lowered from 10 seconds down to basically a 1 second off his Q. They narrowed the angle on his Q, but it now passes through champions. So in the middle of a team fight, you're going to be doing more damage with a Q at least anyway. This is the patch where his W, the eyeball thing, is now super far. Really far away, but they've nerfed the damage on that by a reasonable amount. But they have taken some of the mana cost off for later stages of it. So more range, but less damage basically. And his E, the root, cooldown changed from 13 seconds base to 10 seconds. So it kind of is synced up with your passive. And the mana cost got lowered by a decent chunk actually to a flat 50 at all ranks. So yeah, it's mainly the movement speed is the one I'm worried about the most. The movement speed at -10 movement speed is going to be the biggest thing. So this build that I'm doing to try and nullify that is taking phase rush and boots. So 3 boots will give me +10 movement speed, so that makes up for the deficit that the Swain gets. It could make it difficult to actually get a grab though before that point, but we'll have to wait and see. Usually with the Swain build, if you see my support guide, I used to recommend Emax, now it's going to be Qmax, QWE. So there's a lot of different things going on here. I think build wise it's going to be, he's more off cooldown reduction than he used to be. Zhonya's is mandatory. I think everything after that is kind of just whatever. We'll probably do like Zhonya's Liandry's. I do Liandry's first into the Zhonya's. Yep, and Spell Thief's also got buffed this patch as well, +25 base mana regeneration on the items, and +5 AP upon the full conversion. So yeah, no Rod of Ages now. I'm not sure it's going to be worth it now. It's a pretty expensive item anyway. I think we'll start E first anyway, and then it's like just max Q from then. Miss not having electrocute already, to be honest. That would have been a better chunk of damage. We're not getting mana from our passive anymore as well. Apparently the blast cone, you used to be able to use your passive. On people hitting the blast cone. Apparently that was a bug and they fixed it. So that was a bit weird to me. Hey you Matt, thank you for the 3 months. Quit messing around. If that had connected, that may have been a kill. This is my power. It's a lot of damage. Nice. Okay, good. This just needs shoving in as quickly as possible. Yeah, really good start. I don't think Ashe needed a flash there. But yeah, it's a good start, obviously. Pick up tome. Controlled. Could have maybe have done refillable. That would have been okay too, I think. But yeah, good start. I've got my flash still. Ashe still has exhaust. Life vamp on Ashe. So yeah, and Ezreal's nowhere near to a tier. Surprised he didn't buy at least a fairy charm. So why phase rush or not electrocution? So phase rush is going to help me later on once we get our ulti to be more involved in those fights. And that's going to offset, hopefully, the -10 movement speed that the Swain got nerfed this patch with. One thing I should add, I wouldn't recommend playing Swain into a hard engage, so we are lucky in this case that we were up against a Janna. If we're up against a Thresh or a Leona, I wouldn't have necessarily chosen Swain here. Yeah, that W range is insane. It's gonna get some time getting used to. Nearly leveled my E there, just out of habit. Yeah, look at the range there. I can hit Graze from here. But like, you know, it's worth it or anything. Cooldown on it's 21 seconds, so...
I cannot lead if I allow fools to stumble about before me.
Oof. Okay. This is a good dragon take. Solid. Yeah, the W is a bit like the clairvoyance, yeah. That's fine. Like a panic ward there in the middle of the lane. As it's recalling. Ah, I missed him. He was recalling there in that little gap. We can get a turret plating here. So far so good.
This is the least of my crimes.
Got Grace coming down here. As is his tier. It's a decent amount of damage there, moving pretty fast as well. I mean, Ez only just walked back into lane. Yeah, now I'm You're not getting the mana from passive. I'm feeling that now. Thank God I actually oh no. Okay. I'm a bit surprised that the Zed didn't actually commit to anyone there. Alright, and away we go. But yeah, I'm definitely feeling the mana. If these laning phases were longer, then I think we would be in trouble more. Which is now making me like think maybe still Rod of Ages, if you're doing okay in the lane, it's gonna be better. I guess we could always buy a Fairy Charm as a mana potion and then set it later on. Yeah, Carden, I had the same thought as you. Yeah. Still a little bit annoying. I'm not sure why they took the mana off. I know they did reduce the mana of his E a little bit. But I think we're lucky this game so far that, you know, we killed them pretty early in bot lane, so then we reset pretty early. But I can imagine if this laning phase was like, if no one had recalled at this stage, it would be really bad. It's Arcane Shift and cooldown.
It is not the visuals that
Pengu Soldier 97 gifted a tier 1 sub to cranked hat _13.
Thank you, Pengu. That's very kind of you, dude. I think if Ezra uses Arcane Shift like that to dodge my E, Ash should just consider just throwing an arrow out. I kind of wanted to ult there, but also was kind of waiting for Ash arrow. Alright, we've got our boots in now. And hey Seb, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub, welcome to the Berry Bush.
What is one more demon when I already have some?
Ash is so I flashed to re-angle my E there, but then obviously she flashed.
Future in battle lines. Assume one can read.
This is a pretty good laning phase. I think the Ash is playing pretty well. I think the Ezreal is playing a little bit clumsy there with that Arcane Shift. I'm not sure why he's being so aggressive when he's just got a tier into a Cutlass tier 2 boots Ash.
I've heard what they call
But Ezreal's be like that, I guess.
wasted their final word.
And this is my first game of this patch, and obviously then the first game of Swain. So far it's been working quite nicely, but as always it's just, you know,
And to think, they called me
just one game. Should have pulled in there, but it's okay.
decisions have consequences. This I know.
Alright, I can use W here soon. Maybe we can help. Ooh. Didn't mean to actually hit that, my bad. Couple of little klutz moves here at the moment.
Though few can hear it.
I've got my ulti back up. I was just waiting for the twisted advance there. Okay, he's going down the river. Can we still get a kill here though? Didn't want to like take it away from her, that's fine. Alright, hey Rick, thank you for the Twitch from sub, welcome to the Berry Bush. Is Livia live at the moment on this live stream? No. If you're watching on the live stream, no. If you're watching YouTube, then yeah, she'll be out. She'll probably be out with the Blossom skins in a few hours. On EU West. Usually it's around about like 7 o'clock UK time, isn't it? Or something like that.
When their
Something like
lives
that.
flashed before their eyes, so did their secrets.
Ooh, the cannon minion. Anyway, great start to the game. It's pretty snowbally at the moment. Hopefully we can get a big team fight and get a more feel of my queue going through multiple champions.
I could kill them all, but it will be far crueler to show them that I am right.
Alright, that's a lot of money. Has enemy team rage quit? Ash, careful. Oh, they do no damage and she can out heal it. Okay. Okay. No, they haven't rage quit. They're just kind of not doing much, are they? Zap. No more turret platings on the mid. Need to let Ashe auto hit these minions here so that she can use her Vampiric Scepter to heal up. Not bad. Got a lot of gold already. Yeah, Maokai be a little bit tanky. Got Flash coming up like now. That is like worst timing on Flash. Wait, what? Okay. Mamma mia. That was spicy. Don't know what that was about. I think they're just trying to be really desperate for anything though. I can kind of understand those feels. Let's start the Fairy Charm now and pick up some control wards. It's fine. So the passive should be coming down on cooldown with as I purchase cooldown reduction. I've got 15% at the moment, but it's not saying 8.5, it's saying 9. I don't know if that's a mistake or not. Interesting. Says Drow's caught out of place. I don't want to spook him yet. I'll go the other way. I mean, that Ashe had 3 kills, 4 assists. That Ezreal has got 0 kills, 0 assists. I'm very surprised Ezreal didn't get hit by any nerfs this patch. That is crazy. Anyway. I dislike mana means so much at the moment. I hate that everyone's taking it. Surprised this isn't a mana immune Ashe. Alright, let's try and exploit our W. I've been putting points in E, I've just noticed, instead of my W. Bad habits, man. There's not much point putting points in E since it's not reducing the cooldown of E anymore. Yeah, it should be maxing W second. Do you think they're gonna nerf mana immune? I would hope so. I can imagine there being a nerf at some point between now and end of season. It's one of the strongest, if not the strongest AD carry item in the game at the moment. Okay. Yeah, this is a bit of a ruffle stomp. But I guess, I mean, we need to do it another game where it's a proper team fight with Swain in the middle, and then we're gonna test how his Q does in the middle of a team fight. But I guess this is what this is gonna prove so far, is that, you know, Swain is still possible as Swain support. We won our lane outright properly without any intervention from anyone else. That was a straight up 2v2. Oh, my Q went right through that Maokai onto that Janna there. Ooh. Now that was spicy. Paddock E. Thank God he wasn't a little bit more fed. Phew. Not ruining my perfect KDO. Need that for the YouTube video title, thumbnail stuff. Is Swain really this broken after the patch? Something like that, right? That's how the cool YouTube content creators do it, right? Or is it like rank 1 Swain player proves that it's still possible in new patch? Right, guys? Where's this arrow going? Yeah, it's just time to end up there AFKing now. Half that team's AFK. I believe Swain God Solo 1v5 all game Baron deleted in 10 seconds. What are you doing, Riot? OMG. Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's pretty good. I'll consider that. Ow.
Pengood Soldier 97 gifted a tier 1 sub to Anshiros.
That Janna build. 5 coals. And hey Penguin, thank you for giving another sub. Ashineros, welcome to the berry bush. Swain does look pretty. I've never really looked at the Swain ult with the wings. It's nice. Hey Laura's Lee, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Welcome to the berry bush. Thank you for the subs today, chat. And we'll honor the Ash. I think that was a fine Ash. Yeah, we got an S token. How's the damage? We did alright. Nothing really to work off that one though, but yeah, I definitely did notice the Q. I know it was a bit like that game, but they went straight through the Maokai and hit the Janna for a ridiculous amount of damage on the backline. So I think it's going to be, I know we stomped the laning phase there, but I think like in a more legit game, I can see the Swain's potential in team fights, in a clustered up team fight for sure, hitting multiple targets. I think Leandries is going to be key for that, and then because you're going to be spreading that debuff around it in an entire group. You could maybe make an argument as well to go Rylai's after that as the next item after that maybe, but yeah, we're going to have to just do more testing because one game is not, you know, the overall picture of the champion, but it's a start for sure. It felt pretty decent. The mana regen is probably the biggest concern. But yeah, max Q, then W, then E. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, and if you're watching on Twitch, don't forget to follow. Wow.